Hello and welcome back to a new video by the Devscorch platform. My name is Johan and I will be your host in this video. Okay, so in the last video we actually created our guide service. So this is actually the service that allows us to create a guide, to get all guides, update and delete them. And now we're going to create the last one, and that's actually going to be the article guide, the article service. So we're going to do article services. Just like this. Okay. Then we can do import vapor, import fluent, struct, article services. And this is actually going to be of the content protocol. Oh, content protocol. Okay. So let me check. We're gonna need some type aliases. So this one is going to be the article model. Next one is also going to be article model. This one is going to be request. Status is going to be HTTP status. Then the create. Okay, so we have to create the DTOs. So go to DTO, new file, article DTO, import vapor, import fluent, struct article DTO of content. Oh, instead of article DTO, let's do create article DTO. It's going to be content. We're also going to create the second one, struct update article DTO, and this is going to also be content. Okay, so we're going to open up the article field keys, and then again Control and Shift. Second time mistake. Okay, just like this. So the first one is going to be title. Title is going to be a string. And slug. No, we don't need the slug because we generated ourselves. Then we have the excerpt. It's going to be a string. Then the content is going to be a string. Then we have the guide. That guide is going to be guide model dot id value. Then header image. It's going to be URL. Then we don't need the author, but we do need the status. This is going to be status enum.raw value. And we're going to do the price. It's going to be status enum.raw value. Then we're going to go do role. That role is going to be content role enum.raw value. And actually add some question marks so that it's optional, so that we can actually create the content without worry about it. So we don't need created at, we don't need updated at, but we do need publish date. So let publish date. It's going to be a date, and then let tags is going to be an array of string. Okay, as you can see, actually something went wrong here because our thingy disappeared. Let's actually copy and paste this one really quick. Okay, so we go back to our article services. This is going to be the create article DTO, update article DTO. Let's clean this up really quick. Okay, so then we're going to do add protocol stubs. As always, we're going to take this here away. We actually have to cut this just like this. Command X. This looks better. Okay, so we're going to do the same here. So we're going to do let article equal to article model, and we're going to take this one. So the title is going to be create DTO.title. And the slug we actually have to generate. So we're going to do let slug equal to create DTO dot title dot replace occurrences. It's gonna be a space. We're actually gonna put a dash in there. So slug excerpt gonna be create DTO dot excerpt. Oh, we have to clean this up. Then we have create DTO dot content. Then create DTO dot guide. Create DTO dot header image. And the author we're gonna leave empty for now, because we have to get the author actually from the authenticated user, and we didn't implement that yet. So status enum dot browse. No, wait a second. So the status is always gonna be draft, but what we can do is create DTO dot status else status enum dot draft dot raw value. The price. Okay, so the price of the article, we can actually do this differently. So we can actually query this one. So we can actually do guard let guide equal to try await guide model dot query on rec.db. Now we can actually do dot find instead of query. We can actually do dot find, and this is going to be the create DTO dot guide, just like this. This is going to be on rec.db else row abort dot not found reason dot not find guide with ID of create DTO dot guide, just like this. So what we do here, we actually check the guide. And this is probably gonna complain about the describing string. Sure, do your thing. And here at price, we can actually do guide dot price. So this way we can actually you know what, let's actually do this. So create DTO dot price else guide price. And the reason for this is actually that we don't need to select the guide. We don't have to select sure, do you think? So the reason why is actually that we don't have to So the reason why we do this automatically by finding a guide is actually so that we don't need to fill in the price every time. So when we don't fill in a price, it automatically adopts the price of the guide. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. And when we actually say like, okay, we don't want the price of the guide, we can actually select our own price from the create DTO.price. Okay, so overall this is going to be let me check really quick. So the role that is going to be create DTO dot role, and created at is going to be date of today. Data that is going to be date of today. Publish date is going to be create DTO dot publish date, and the text is going to be create DTO dot text, just like this. Then try await article dot save on rec.db. Now we can do return dot OK, just like this. So theoretically we could actually make this shorter. We could actually, instead of doing like return, instead of this, we could actually do something like return try await our article model, and actually add the save behind this. But as stated before, then we actually couldn't do throw like a vapor HTTP status, so we always need like the return.ok, otherwise this is not gonna work. Okay, so then we have the get, so we're gonna do the same here. So we're actually gonna do a guard let session of article, article is equal to try await. Then we're gonna do article model dot query on rec.db dot filter / dot slug is equal to object, just like this, dot first, else, throw, abort, dot not found. This is going to be the reason. Could not find article, like this. So we actually don't need to place in the slug here, okay? So we can just say like could not find article. And actually then after that we can actually do return article, just like this. So just one more time so you understand it. We actually do guard let article. We actually check if the article actually exists. And if the article does not exist, or maybe you rewrote the slug wrong, then we get an abort not found, could not find article. And because we can actually get a not found, we can actually say in the front end, the moment is not found, we actually redirect to a 404. Okay? So then get all, we can actually do return try await. This is going to be article model dot query on rec.db dot all. That's everything we need to do. And then we go to update and delete. And as last time, we actually have to create an extension. So we're going to do extension of the article services. This is going to be the transform protocol. And we need we need a type alias of what's it again? Equal to. How did we write this? Wait. Instead of writing it ourselves, yeah, just like this. Sorry. So this is going to be the UUID. Now we have to wait a second. And here we go. Okay, so in here we can actually do let article equal to try await article model dot query on rec.db dot filter backslash dot $sign slug is equal to slug. But first, let's actually make this a guard let. So guard let. After this else, throw port dot not found. Reason could not find article with slug. Is going to be slug. And else after that we're going to do return article.id, and we can actually force unwrap that just like this. Now we can actually do this, so we can actually do inside UUID equal to try await get ID from slug. This is the rec. This is going to be object. And after that we can do that article is equal to try await article model dot find, and this is going to be UUID on rec.db. As always, let's make this a guard let else throw abort dot not found. Reason could not find article with ID of UUID. So we actually have been doing this all the time, right? Like select could not find article on ID. We could actually use an enum for this. We could actually have created an enum with the values of all the errors, and then we didn't need to write them every time. But I just thought about that, so I'm sorry for the inconvenience. So after that, we can do article.title is equal to update DTO.title, else article.title article.excerpt is equal to update DTO.excerpt, else article.excerpt. And oh yeah, we actually have to change the slug again here, so we can actually do let slug equal to update DTO dot title dot replacing occurrences space. We're gonna replace with dash our score. Then we can actually do article dot slug is equal to slug, and else it's gonna be article dot slug article dot content is equal to update DTO dot content, else article dot content article dot guide is equal to update DTO dot guide, else article dot guide. So there is like here one thing, right? Because when we change the guide, we maybe also want to change the price automatically. So for example, if it's like a free guide, we can actually say like, okay, so we're gonna actually like adopt all the information from the guide itself. So we can actually do that automatically. So theoretically, we should actually add a query here so that we can actually find this guide, and then we're actually gonna take the automated price, right? So above the slug, let's do this really quick. So guard let guide equal to try await guide model dot find. This is gonna be the update DTO dot guide on rec dot db. Oh, wait a second. No, this is actually not. This is actually a problem because the guide is actually an optional. So let me think really quick. You know what? Yeah, we can actually do it. Let's update DTO the guide. Else, it's gonna be article.guide, just like this. So we actually give it like two values. So or it's the update DTO the guide, else article.guide, and he's probably complaining about that. He doesn't allow that. Ah, it actually does. Okay, so we don't need to worry. So we can actually do else throw abort dot not found. Reason guide with ID of update DTO dot guide was not found. Okay, so what we actually do here, so for the people who don't really understand this, so we actually do a guide model to find, and the find UUID is actually going to be equal to update DTO.guide. But if update DTO.guide is empty, it's actually going to check for the article.guide, so the original guide article. And then in here, we can actually just change this around, and we can actually make this equal to guide. So this way, we'll always have a value, right? Cannot assign value of guide model. Oh, guide, we actually need .id, just like this. Perfect. So this way we are sure. Let's actually silence this one really quick. So this way we're always sure that we always have the right guide, right? So even if we update it, we get an updated ID. And if we just get a normal ID, we have actually the normal one. And let me check really quick. Yeah, okay. And we can also do the same for price. So we can actually do article.price is equal to guide.price, just like this. So this way, with this function, we actually like fix two problems. So we actually fix the updated guide.id if we need it, and we also get the price. So that's actually really neat. But then we can do article.header image is equal to update DTO dot header image, else article dot header image article dot status. So this is actually another one. So we could actually theoretically adopt the status of the guide. But the problem with this is that if we actually want to draft, we actually want to draft something, it would actually be easier to keep this in our own control. So we can actually do update DTO dot status else article dot status, just like this. Then we have article dot role equal to update DTO dot role else article dot role, and article dot publish date equal to update DTO dot publish date, and else gonna be article dot publish date. So theoretically, and this is a theoretically like never before, is we can actually say, like with the publish date, we can actually get the publish date from the guide, right? What was this again? Update DTO dot text else article dot text. So with this one, with the publish date, we could actually say like, okay, if the update DTO, the publish date is empty, we can actually take the publish date of guide, right? So update DTO, the publish date, if that's empty, we can actually take the publish date of guide, and if the publish date of guide is empty. But this is actually really hard if we want to do this, because maybe we're gonna launch a guide, but we're not gonna launch all the articles at the same time. Maybe we're gonna launch every day another article. That's actually also possible. I'm gonna think about this. I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do. So under this, try wait. Article dot save on rec.db, and after that return article. Okay. So then we go to the delete function, and we're going to do let UUID equal to try await get ID from slug. This is going to be rec, and the slug is going to be the object. Then guard let article is equal to article model dot find, and this is going to be UUID on rec.db else throw abort dot not found return article with ID of backslash UUID could not be found. Okay, and under there we're gonna do try await article dot delete on rec.db, and we're gonna do return dot okay. Yeah, of course we need a try awaiter. Okay, perfect. And yes, so this actually works. Pretty cool. So we actually have finished all the how do you call this? All the content services. So the services which actually allow us to connect with the backend. So the backend, this is actually for the admins. And now we're gonna create the service for the front end, so that the users can actually also connect to the API and actually retrieve the information that they want. But that's actually going to be a little bit more tricky. So I think in the next video we're actually first going to create the authentication system, so that we can actually return the user. And it also means that we can get the author as well. So this is also going to be really interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, make sure to ask me down below in the comments or hit me up on Discord. I will be there always to help you guys. And I actually hope that you guys are enjoying this series, that we're actually building something in public, that you guys can actually see how you can build something like this, because this is actually really cool. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I see you next time.